super proud of myself right now. We have just come out for a carvery, a full Sunday roast at this place across town. It's called the Trading Post. Always loved coming here. Like, as soon as I met Tim 18 years ago, we've been coming here. And it, like, I now live in the same town, and I'm like, I'm so proud of myself because obviously I'm on Slimming World, right? So my go-to would be to literally fill my plate up, and they've got the biggest Yorkshire puddings you've ever seen, a bit like Toby Carvery, but this is not a Toby, this is called the Trading Post. And stuffing and all. Guys, I didn't even have it. I was like, I've got to have willpower, otherwise what's the point? So like, he gave me my plate and I asked for like one of each of the meats. So it was beef, turkey and gammon. So I had one slice from each of those, and then standard practice, he went to put Yorkshire pudding on my plate because nobody says no. Nobody says no to the Yorkshire pudding. That's the whole point. And he was like, Yorkshire pudding? I was like, no thanks, no Yorkshire pudding. He went, oh, really? I was like, yeah, no thanks. And he looked perplexed, I tell you. I mean, I need to open this door. Sorry, I'm boiling alive. Yeah, he was ever so like, huh, nobody's ever said no before. Trust me, it was hard. It was so hard. Part of me was like, do you know what? Just eat what you want and pay the price tomorrow. But no, because I've just been to Scotland and I've indulged in Scotland. And then you help yourself to the rest of the food. So I piled my plate high with boiled carrots and peas, and I did have 3 roast potatoes. So I know that they're not going to have been oven baked Slimming World style, but I didn't pick up any stuffing. I didn't pick up any cauliflower cheese. I didn't pick up any of the extra yummy sauces. I'm so proud of myself. Am I hungry? No, I am full. I made sure to put like extra vegetables on my plate, so I'm really quite happy. Would it have been more fun having a Yorkshire pudding and stuffing? Yes, absolutely it would. There's no denying it. Good morning, everyone. What is it?
Maybe finger tight.
Oh, that's good. I'm just putting my socks on. The only socks that haven't got holes in, thanks to George. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I am on my way to B&Q. So the crack in the ground. Watched a ton more videos last night. Looks very, very similar to ours. I am going to speak to the people in the garden centre as well, but I am on my way to B&Q because like about a month ago I filled it with some soil, and I knew that was a superficial fill. So I jetted some water down there. It's probably not the best thing to do, but I jetted some water down there to see if the soil would move, and the soil completely gave way and sank to the bottom of the crack. So right now it's looking scary. But it's not so scary. It does end. It does end, and you can visibly see the bright yellow, almost mustard colour clay. Well, I say latte colour clay. You can see it all there. So I definitely know it's clay, but it's massive. I've opened it up by jetting water through it just to give a real clear what it is we're dealing with. Also, the light bulb outside, the outdoor light blew last night. Have you got it off?
Not yet.
So Tim's just working out what light bulb we need for the outside, so I can just pick one of them up as well. So while I'm in B&Q, I need sand, multi-purpose compost. Also, I want to repot my money tree. I've got an absolutely beautiful, beautiful money tree from Abby when she came to see me. That's Lady Boss Stitch on YouTube. This is so beautiful. It's in a teeny tiny little pot, and I also want to take some cuttings from it because I just love money trees. I absolutely love them. So I think, don't quote me on it, I don't know if money trees need ericaceous soil, but I'm going to quickly Google before I go and then get the right soil to repot that as well. So yeah, I'm going to go write a list because whilst I'm talking to you, my brain is sending all that information out. It's going, bye. So that's the plan for this morning. Yeah, I'll show you the crack before I go. So we now know that the outdoor light takes a bayonet, so I just have to Ugh, it's grim. Just get a set of bayonets. Although this does look like a massive bulb. Set of bayonets, but also the outdoor light has smashed. We're so good at this. We're so good at this. That does look like original. So that'll be like, what, 30 years old? 20, 25, 30 years old. Shall I take this? Shall I take that cover with me to B&Q?
Well...
See if they've got anything similar just to...
I'm not entirely sure. This thing's unscrewing. I think it's just going round and round in the housing.
Oh, the threads are gone.
Yeah. You could do.
Because the back plate looks decent.
Backplate's lovely.
Really decent and clean.
But then...
If you can't get the screws out, how are we gonna...
Get the new one on.
Yeah. Okay, here is the crack. Now listen, it looks really bad. It looks so bad. I've jetted the water down to open it right up. And this is what we are looking like. It goes way down there. Yeah, but can you see this? Can you see this? This is pure, thick, like actual clay. I could make a pot with that clay. So yeah, it starts here. Oh my gosh, you can see how orange it is down there. I'm hoping you can see how orange that is. These strange carves, these strange sort of lines out of the clay were caused when I put my washing line down and in. But yeah, let me see if I can grab some. Oh! Yeah, look, pure clay. I might even take it upstairs, make a brooch. Got to B&Q and googled, and the money trees need sandy peat, something mossy soil. Just tell me what brand, like, tell me a bag to buy. I will ask in there. It's a lot hotter today than I was expecting it to be. I'm not even gonna lie, my sunglasses are steaming up. So yeah, the quicker I get into B&Q, the quicker I get home, fill that crevasse, then I can actually get to work, go upstairs and film some things for my other channel. But yeah, it's too hard for me. Okay, I'm looking for multi-purpose. That'll do. £8 John Innes. You've got Verve for £11.50, and that's a lot more in a bag. So what one's better? Is John Innes or Verve better? Why are there so much choice? 3 for 15. Oh yeah. Oh, can I just get a bag? Should I just get a bag? 3 for 15. 3 for 15. Suitable for pots, containers, hanging baskets, all round garden support. Feeds for up to 6 weeks. The John Innes. Every stage of life for all gardens. Formula slowly releases nutrients and water. Feeds for up to 5 weeks. So do I just get... Well, it's £8 for one or 3 for 15. It's like a no-brainer, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I'll get 3 bags of this, I think. Bargain. Now, sand. Got play pit sand. Not sure that's what we want. Would it be sharp sand? Sharp sand, like aggregate for when you're laying down bricks. There's more play sand. Gravel. Don't really want gravel. Okay, so it turns out the sand is indoors. I guess that makes sense, right? Because you don't want it getting wet. Don't know why I didn't think of that. What have we got? Mortar, multi-purpose concrete, postcrete. I've seen that on YouTube. Kiln dried sand. Ballast. Sharp sand. Sharp sand. It's very red, isn't it? It's very red. Cement. Oh gosh, I don't know now. I don't know what to do. Right, I'll ask. I'm home now. I've only got my sunglasses on because I'm about to go out in the garden. It is hot today. British hot. I think it's 27 or 28. It's, yeah, but let's do gardening in the heat. I just need to get my Stanley so that I can slice the bag of sand open and then put the soil down in. Guys, we've got a new lawnmower. What's wrong with my brain? We got a new, this thing. Wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. It's a wheelbarrow. Why can't my brain retrieve that information? But anyway, got a new wheelbarrow. Tim went to B&Q yesterday, got that. It's the first time using it, so that's exciting. I'm just going to take out 2 of the bags of multi-purpose compost because I don't need 3 bags for that hole. I'm just going to take 1 down there with me and leave the sand in. So I'll do that now. So several of you did actually tell me that gypsum is the best material to put down in here, and yes, I've watched so many videos and they all say gypsum, but truth be told, I couldn't actually find any gypsum, and I think that is going to have to be a job for the future. Like, some videos used sand, but I think if gypsum does actually break down clay and it's better for it, then gypsum is definitely the way forward. So if this hole does open up again, I will definitely, well, firstly, I'll seek advice, but then secondly, I will definitely start filling these cracks with gypsum, because this is not the only crack. We have cracks around the edges of the garden. So this is the only one right in the middle of the lawn. But yeah, so gypsum, if you've got any kind of clay crack like this in your lawn where your lawn has dried out, then gypsum is the way forward before you fill it up with soil. But what a messy job. Red sand, oh my gosh, gets everywhere. This is what we were looking like at this point, and then I just filled it up with soil. I have finished filling the hole. I'm going to need a bath, a serious bath after this. I've got it out from under my nails, but it's everywhere. I did turn the camera off, sorry guys. It was just too hot. It was too hot, messy and awful to keep moving the camera for angles. So you get the drift. I shoved a load of sand down. I think there's about that much sand at the bottom, and there's maybe there's more than that because that's a deep hole. There's a lot of sand at the bottom. Pretty much 2/3 of the bag has gone in that hole, and then the rest is multi-purpose compost. So I'll show you what we're looking like. At this point it's looking like a gateway to the upside down. Well, it was looking like a gateway to the upside down before I filled it, but it's looking so good. So I topped it up with multi-purpose, then I gave it a really good rinse down with the water. I also saturated the sand so that the sand would travel into those tiny cracks that I can't access. Saturated the sand, put more sand, saturated that, then put more soil, saturated the soil, more soil, more soil, more soil, and I've just been watering this for about 5 minutes, and I have brushed it over so I don't want to choke out all of this grass with soil, so I've made sure that all the grass that's healthy around the crack can still, you know, grow and get the sun. So yeah, it's looking so good and so level. I'm so happy with it. It's actually quite substantial when you actually stand back and look at how big this is. It really is quite substantial. But fingers crossed this will be okay. Now I didn't get any bird seed, not bird seed, well yeah, bird seed. I didn't get any grass seed. I don't think it's the right time of year to be sowing grass seed, but do let me know in the comment section down below. That is it from me. I'm gonna get back inside, I'm gonna get the fan in my face, and because it's so piping hot, I'm gonna have a cup of tea. I don't know if you're seeing this. It is raining. Monday today, and that means weigh-in. So I have just driven for the first time, because usually Tim drops me and then he takes George out, or whatever we've been doing for the, well, last 2 weeks I haven't been, have I? So yeah, I drove here. I've just parked up. I've got about 11 minutes until the thing starts, so I'll go in about 5 minutes early. Yeah, so we shall see. I've got no idea what to expect. I know that I've been 100% on plan since we got back from Scotland, but obviously Scotland went so far off of plan, I may as well never have joined. But hopefully it's either a maintain or like a £1 loss. I will be I will be so peeved if I go in tonight and I've gained like 3-4 pounds. Like, I can't see how that's feasibly possible, because I know I've been 100% on plan for the next week, like all week. So yeah, I don't know what to expect. I don't feel any ways. I don't feel like, yeah, I've definitely lost this week like I did the first 3 weeks. I didn't feel any of that, so we shall see. Yeah, just killing time with you guys, if that's all right. Just sit with me for a while. Sit with me for a while. There's a song in there somewhere. If I lay here. No, we're not laying. Yeah, what should we talk about? Today's weather has been, the first half of today's weather has been absolutely shockingly hot. Went to B&Q this morning, picked up the sand, the soil, fixed the garden crack, although I do need to add a bit more soil on the top, because I can see I didn't quite get it level. I'm not sure it's a good idea or not. I don't know if I've done the right thing, but I've also smashed the washing line back into the ground. The stake that you get that goes into the ground to hold the washing line is about a foot long, and it's fat and it's metal. So I used the sledgehammer and a brick and a chunk of wood to bash that back down into the ground, and it took about 15 to 20 seriously heavy blows with the sledgehammer to get it like just level with the grass, just under the grass, to put the washing line back up. And I've put it about a foot away from where it used to be, and that was the crack. So I don't know. We shall see. I don't know if that will open up another crack. I genuinely, hand on heart, have got no idea. Anyway, as the day progressed, about an hour and a half ago, so yeah, about 4 o'clock, 4:15, the rain. Today's weather forecast was 0, and I mean 0% chance of rain. It poured for 3 seconds, and I mean 3 seconds. Tim shouted down from upstairs. He was on a Zoom upstairs, and he was like, "It's raining!" And I ran out into the rain, and I just stood there, and I was just like a child, like, "Rain on me, please," as if it stopped. Seconds later. So one big huge rain shower lasted maybe 1 minute max. 1 minute I'd say it lasted. That was the highlight of the day. But since then we've had seriously strong winds flow through, which has been bliss. I've opened every window in the house. The cross breeze everywhere is cool now, so I'm much happier. Is this interesting? I don't even know. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna head into the hall now. And actually, is it free parking right now? I don't know. I need to double check parking. I don't think I pay at this time of day, but I'm gonna go check the board. Can't see anyone with a ticket on their windscreen. Anyway, yeah, okay, I'll let you know how I get on. Hey, I lost 1.5 pounds, which I would have lost more if I hadn't overindulged in Scotland. So it's so hot in that hall, I can barely breathe. Next week I really must remember to bring water. Every week I'm like, bring a fan, bring water, because this is awful. Oh, I felt like I was literally like hot flushing the whole time. But yes, I'm really, really happy. 1.5 off. My book doesn't say gained 5 pounds, so I'm really happy. Even though there's a break, obviously. I wasn't there for 2 weeks, but I still like the look of the fact that my book is just going down, 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 down. So, happy bunny! I don't know if I mentioned my start weight, because I know a few people were like, Claire, you're not obese. Like, I am actually obese. I'm obese. My start weight this time around was, oh, where is it? Bang on 17 stone. Bang on 17 stone, and I'm only 5'3". And I am about to be 15 stone something. About to be 15 stone something. And it's pretty much the same as I weighed 18 years ago when I met Tim. So yeah, it's like I get to this certain weight and I don't go any bigger, but I get to this weight where I'm like, no, lose it now. So yeah, I was 17 stone and I am now 16.1. So I literally need to lose 1 pound. Sorry guys, I need to lose 1 pound for next week to get my 1 stone award and to get into a new stones bracket. So yeah, I'll do that easily because I've got the food. And yeah, it is Friday today and I've just brought myself into town. George woke me up at 4 a.m. this morning. 4 a.m. See, you all think he's nice. That's what he's doing to me behind the scenes. 4 a.m. this boy wants the toilet. I could not then get back to sleep. I cannot. Once I've woken up, I'm up. So 4 a.m. this morning, he woke me up. I sat there for about an hour and a half and we finally went out for a walk. Like silly o'clock this morning. And it is a lot hotter today than I was expecting it to be. I'm not gonna lie, it was overcast, dull and dreary this morning. We got back to the house about 7:30, 8. And I started on the garden. Like immediately, as soon as we got back, I started on the garden. I started piling that huge pile of debris by the apple tree into the garden bin until it was all clear and it's gorgeous now. And then it started raining and then the rain stopped after about 30 seconds. And then the sky cleared up. The sky is now blue. It is boiling hot. I don't understand the weather here. I feel like we're in our own little microclimate. The weather apps do not ever match up with what the weather is actually doing here, and I'm not used to that. I'm used to the weather apps, like if it's going to rain in 5 minutes, it's going to rain in 5 minutes. Anyway, I've brought myself into town without George because it is piping hot. It's about 28-30 degrees today, which is what? George, it's way too hot for dogs. So yeah, I need to go to B&Q. I need to get some weed membrane. I've been looking into getting some wood chip bark because a few people did suggest wood chip bark to deter the cats, but Google does tell me that some cats love wood chip. So I'm like, might not do that. But I'm getting the weed membrane anyway for the weeds, not even thinking about the cats at this point. The weeds under those trees are coming through thick and fast, and you know, to be able to duck down to like a short little height and get right in there, you'd have to be on your hands and knees a lot weeding. So I'm going to weed membrane all under there so that it's just not a future worry for me. So weed membrane. Then I'm going to go to the O2 shop because my phone has been playing up since Scotland. You guys know, the last few days, luckily, since we've been back from Scotland, I've been able to like clean out the charging port with tissue, then like a little micro brush. Then sometimes I'm using sellotape to get out any debris, and it's been working. I've still been able to charge it, but it's temperamental. This morning I've not been able to charge it, not once. Yesterday I got down to 10%. I started panicking, but finally it started working, so I charged it up to 100. This morning, same thing again. It's dying a death. So I'm going to go to the O2 shop, see what can happen, see about getting my upgrade sorted out finally, and get a new phone. And what else am I doing? I might go into TK Maxx because it's right by the phone shop, and it would be rude not to. Okay, come with me. So that was the most pointless I'll bring you with me clip because nothing really went to plan. I don't want to tell the longest story to send you all to sleep, but I basically went to the O2 store. I told them the situation with my phone. They signed me up. I've got a brand new phone. Yay, a brand new phone. Samsung girly. What phone have I got? Let me tell you what phone I've got so you can all help me use it, because when I tell you, it took me all day. So I've just picked up a Galaxy S25 Ultra. This is my new phone. It's huge and heavy compared to my current phone. So yeah, just set that all up. It's taken me probably 4 hours. Now, obviously technology nowadays, you transfer all of your details off your old phone onto your new phone, so that's nice. And it did that, no problem whatsoever. So within minutes, everything from my old phone was over onto my new phone. But of course then every single app, everything, banking app, the vets, pets at home, Tesco's, not to mention Instagram, YouTube, all of it, every single app on the brand new phone had logged me out, right? Well, it hadn't logged me out, but I have to log in to be able to use them all on the new phone. The apps came over, but the login details didn't. So it has taken me between 4 and 5 hours to log back in to everything on my new phone. Why, Claire? Why don't you save your passwords? Yeah, I do. I have a whole list of passwords. But so explain to me why half of them weren't recognised. And even then it was like, you have that, you know, you've got that two-factor, what's it called? Two-factor authentication? Something like that. So you've got like a backup email and a backup email. So then I was trying to get in and it said, we've just sent an email to your email. Can you go into your email and give us the code that we've sent you? Okay, great. Now that you've done that, can you go into your other email on your two-factor authentication or something? I was like, this is actually going to take me all day. It did legitimately take me all day. But the reason I didn't bring you with me from the car is because I went to the O2 shop, I grabbed my new phone. I then panicked because my old phone was on 10%. And I said, how am I meant to transfer all of my life from my old phone to my new phone when this is about to die and I've got it won't charge? So they suggested using a wireless charger, and their wireless charger at the O2 shop wouldn't work. So they sent me across the street to the phone shop. The phone shop had 3. He opened all of them for me and tested them all for me, and none of them worked. He then sent me to his mate on a stall. I went to the stall, he had 2. He tested them on my phone, neither of them worked. So at this point, there's nothing remote that's gonna charge my phone. I went back to the phone shop and I said to him, look, I don't know what to do, like, is there anything? And he basically said to me, why don't you just change the charging port, leave your phone with me, and for £35, I'll open up your whole phone, I'll take out the charging mechanism and I'll replace it with a brand new charging mechanism. Well, I could have done that instead of getting a brand new phone and a brand new contract. I wanted a new phone anyway. This phone is dying a death, and the new phone has got a 100 or 10 times zoom. Much bigger than my old phone. The new phone is incredible and it's something I wanted, so it's all good. But I paid £35 to have the charging port replaced on my old phone, which means it now charges and I can get all the film off of it, which is so exciting. But that meant that the second I handed my phone to this guy, I'm like, that's my life on there. You know, like, my heart was in my stomach. He could have accessed everything, right? He could have accessed my YouTube channel, my banks. Well, I mean, my banks are biometrics, like face recognition and thumbprints, but he could have accessed. He obviously didn't. He's a good egg. He did the job and he fixed it. And he said, right, come back in 45 minutes and your phone will be like brand new. I was like, thank you so much. I came back 40 minutes later. He had the phone all done, which meant I couldn't bring you anywhere with me because he had my phone the whole time. So that was me saying, I'm going to bring you with me, was absolutely pointless. I did go to TK Maxx. I did get a few things from TK Maxx, and I think if you've been with me a while, you might know what I got. At this point, I am fully blaming my friend Tony. She is Crafty by Tony here on YouTube. I'm blaming her for everything because I had never even heard of Ray Dunn until I met her, and she is a staunch, hardcore Rae Dunn collector. I'm not, but she has given me this appreciation for the Rae Dunn collection. And so yeah, I went into TK Maxx here in Kettering. Now it's usually quite lame, not much selection. The last time I went there, I think they had about 10 mugs for sale. The whole mug selection was like 10 mugs. It was absolutely, it's just weak. You know, the whole store is just weak. And so I was like, let me go check out their Halloween. And I couldn't even bring you guys. Do you know how many times I went into my bag to get my phone to film something? And I was like, my phone is in the repair shop. What is this life? It's not good. It's not good, but oh, love these. I bought 3 new mugs. Don't judge me. But how gorgeous is this? Choose joy today. One of my favourites, because that's how I try to wake up every day. I try. It doesn't always work. There are 3 or 4 days a month where PMDD, don't want to be here anymore, but most of the time I want to choose joy. So yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous, big hand, like get your whole hand in there for a proper decent cup. Choose joy today. These are double-sided, not a fan. I can live without this, but still gorgeous. I got that one, and then I got this one. Rise and shine. I love this though, with a little chicken on the back, or a hen, whatever way you want to say it. Get your morning eggs from your hen. I love it, love it, love it. And finally, I bought 3. They're cheap, you know, they're only $5.99, $4.99 or $5.99 here in the UK in TK Maxx. And I got this one. Love this one very much. Very, very spring, summer bloom. And it's got these gorgeous pale pink flowers all around. So yeah, 3 more mugs to add to the collection that I said I'd never be adding to. And I'm just sorry I couldn't bring you with me because my phone was in the repair shop the whole entire time. So I'm useless. I don't even know how I'm here, honestly. The Vlogger Award for 2025 is never, ever gonna be mine. But there we are. Phone shop, repair shop, back to the repair shop, to another shop, back to the repair shop, left my phone there for 45 minutes, walked around town, got a few things, got like deodorant, toothpaste, got 3 new mugs from TK Maxx, and then I came home and I didn't bring you, so I'm sorry. Now, it probably doesn't really look like much, but I have started on the patio. The patio was, you know, getting weedy and it was getting a little bit too much, so I have now started ripping up the weeds from the patio. There is the door to the upside down, and over here is where I had a mountain of debris from the apple tree. If you guys remember, I chopped some branches off of the apple tree that were not bearing any fruit whatsoever and piled them all here. So it was another, you know, chopping everything up so it would fit in the bin, and the bin is now full. The apple tree is looking better, but again, the apple tree is still kicking off all of the apples that are not doing so great or that have started to wilt or get bruised. And yeah, let's zoom in on 2 little ladybirds having lunch. I thought that was very, very cute. So yeah, it's all looking so much neater, but again, it doesn't look like much, but trust me, it took so long to get all of this cleared. This is an area that I've just set up. I've put the lavender here with the new bench. Don't really know what to do with it. As you can see, I'm in the shed right now. I've just been doing some garden cleanup. I said it in a previous video how I always wanted a big garden and it was the priority when we moved house, and I couldn't wait to get my big garden, and I've mentioned it, how the garden is basically autumn all year round. It's like high maintenance autumn all year round, even though really all we've got here is trees and grass. It's a lot. But today, the reason I've kind of like been trying to clean up and get everything organised, I've also cleaned out and swept out the shed because I was dragging the lawnmower back in here. The lawnmower just like lives here, but I've been dragging the lawnmower back in after mowing the grass, and of course a lot of grass gets dumped out on the floor of the shed. So it's had a really lovely big clean out. I brushed, although they're pretty much all back by now, I brushed the ceiling over, so we've got tons and tons of spiders, spider webs all in amongst all of these. It's a pretty decent shed, to be fair. But yeah, oh my gosh, talk about go off on a tangent. I have got a Metal Detectorist coming. Guys, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Yeah, she's coming. She's coming to metal detect our garden. Now, the reasons behind this is because A, I'm fascinated by stuff like that. B, I don't know what I'm doing. C, we've always been into metal detecting, but we've never really known where to start. D, Tim would love a metal detector. He would love one. And E, we watch The Detectorist every episode, seen the whole thing. Absolutely love it. F, when will it end, Claire? When will it end? We have always wanted to metal detect our own garden, just because a lot of this land 100 years ago would have been part of a great big estate, stately home, like Bridgerton vibes. And of course, over the years, houses get built and land gets bought up and sold, and you just never know. But also, when I was digging, I don't know if I showed it on here, when I was digging a hole for the Fatsia japonica, do you remember I bought the Fatsia japonica and I planted it right here in front of me in this like dark cesspit of our garden over here? Now basically nothing really grows here. We are being choked out by trees, so this area never gets the sun. Just digging that hole for the Fatsia japonica, I was literally finding so much pottery, like blue and white design pottery, some clay tiles, maybe old roof tiles. I was finding so much stuff in there, and also a couple of metal chunks, like nothing special, but chunks of metal. And I thought, I wonder what, if anything, if there's a possibility, a small possibility, that there's anything of any interest underneath this garden, then I would love to know about it. So the other day I posted a message on the I found a local detectorists page, and I joined the page on Facebook and I posted a message, but my message wasn't allowed. Now I don't know if that's, I guess it makes sense, like security reasons and going around to strangers' houses. I get it. So there probably was a bit of a security issue. Anyway, they didn't allow my comment, so I then decided to go onto my local Facebook page and just put out a shout out and just be like, hey, so this is what I'd like, if anyone knows anyone, or if anyone's into it, if it's a hobby, if you've got a machine, do you fancy coming to metal detect our garden? She's on her way. She's going to be here in about 30 minutes, and I'm really hoping that she lets me film. I haven't mentioned to her anything about filming it, but when she gets here I'm going to be like, how would you feel if, like, even if I don't film her body or her hands, but if she lets me film some of the detectoring, that would be amazing, just to keep a record of it and just like look back at it and see. I would just jump on here just to say that it wasn't a she, it was a he. His name's Stacey, so I just linked it to female. He gave me full permission to film. He was really happy for me to mention his name as well. So yeah, his name was Stacey and he came. And yeah, let's get back to the video. You couldn't even make this up. Look at this rain, guys. The second Stacey arrived, the heavens opened. The sky went so dark. Huge thunderclaps, lightning, and the rain came down like I have never seen before. It was positively Armageddon. So yeah, we were just standing inside for a few minutes and let it pass by, and within 5 minutes the sky was blue and the sun was shining again. So Stacey came out, happy for me to film him. I got full permission from him to be filmed. He was more than happy. He was telling me all about it. So there was lots of beeping noises, and you know, I know nothing. My knowledge is zero. So he was just explaining that the beeps mean something, that they know, you know, they've got a monitor and the monitor gives them numbers, and then the higher the number and the more solid the beep, the better quality of the metal that's underneath. But all he was getting was really low numbers and lots of sporadic, you know, the numbers were all over the place, the beeps weren't quality basically. So whilst he said there is a lot of junk metal in our lawn, there was not one single bit of our lawn that beeped any significant quality, so nothing got dug up. And he then showed me the monitor, he showed me how to read it, and he said anything like these numbers, it's not worth it. It's not even worth putting your shovel in the ground. So yeah, your girl is not living, you know, on top of any gold. Just a little bit gold. Do you know what I mean? It's not a lot to ask for. But like, I massively appreciated him coming out, and it's a really, really funny story, but I'll tell you all in just a second. This world is so small, guys. This world is small, and this town is smaller because it took a while. It took a while, but we, yeah, I'll tell you all about it in a second. But back to the detectoring. It was fun. It was really fun to watch him. It's fun to be around people who know what they're talking about, and it's fun to be around people who know what they're doing, especially when your knowledge is limited. Your knowledge is limited to watching the Detectorists on TV. The Metal Detectorist, Stacey, has just left and found nothing. The metal detector was going off quite a lot, but it's all like junk metal, nothing worth digging up. So I guess I'll have to stick to the vlogger life. I'm not going to become a millionaire. We haven't got a Roman temple under our garden. And yeah, but it was fun. It was so much fun, and I learned all about the machine, and he's offered to take us out with him on a dig, which is fun. So yeah, and it turns out he knew Tim. He knew Tim, my husband, from 50 years ago. He recognised Tim, and that's the funniest part that's come out of today. I was like, what's going on? So yeah, it was fun. It was fun having him here. We chatted a lot about detecting and the best machine for Tim to get as a beginner, but found nothing. Right, I'm definitely going to leave you now. Bye.